So next up is the second Shield semi-final. Who will be joining Argentina in that? Will it be Hong Kong or will it be Portugal? Well, for me, Hong Kong haven't quite clicked, but certainly have some outstanding players, especially their captain, Jamie Hood, winning that number 7 jersey. Pace out wide from the McQueen brothers, Alex and Tom. Meanwhile, Portugal, well, they've put themselves under a little bit of pressure. They've dropped down into this Shield competition. But for me, they have a real star in Nuno Guedes, perhaps to take over the lead of Pedro Leal, who's back at scrum half for the Portuguese. And the big talking point, really, Willie Leosi, is just how many points Portugal can get within the Sevens World Series. And by my calculations, they'll gain a single point from the Shield semi. That will take them on to 23 points. Japan, because they got through the cup competition, they've ended up in the plate semi-final. They'll get 17 points at an absolute minimum. So currently, the spread is only 6 points as we go into the final 2 tournaments in Scotstoun and also at Twickenham. And of course, the lowest team will then drop out of the HSBC Sevens World Series. So Portugal must beat Hong Kong to stay and gain an extra couple of points as they move through to the final and perhaps win this particular Shield final competition.
Well, that's the crucial thing, isn't it? It's all about points in the last 2 tournaments, and I'm pleased you've taken your shoes and socks off and done all the calculations, because I'm just going to sit here and watch.
Well, thankfully, we are inside a commentary box, outside the conditions, sitting around 8-9 degrees, and it's a drizzly rain, as they would say in Scotland, where they invented the game of 7-a-side rugby. It's a dreich day, but it's not dreich, according to Portugal, because in under the sticks goes Carl Murray.
Nothing bleak about that at all. Obviously, they're feeling at home, Portugal, and they want the points. The message has obviously been told to them that we want to be a core team again in 2016. The kickoff, the reception, and then the outright pace. All of the skills required to play the game of sevens. Good reward. He's one of their best, Carl Murray. He certainly deserves a 5-pointer.
Decided to take that scrum cap off that he's been wearing over the first couple of days, and look what happens. Pedro Leal nailed a great conversion, by the way, so Portugal out to a 7-0 win. Hong Kong decide to take the territory and boot the ball downfield.
You talk about traditions and also superstition and things that go with it. Of course, TJ Forbes, every time he used to shave his beard off, it was action time, it was game day. Didn't work today. He must have used a different razor.
I think he actually cut himself in shaving that big beard off. So Leal out to the try scorer Murray. Now Guedes, he goes backside to support the try scorer. This Guedes wearing that number 9 jersey, Vareta, Jose Vareta. Well, from an offside position, Jamie Hood was in the play there.
Just struggling to get their hands on the ball, aren't they, Hong Kong? Only possession they've had, they kicked.
I remember it was this Portuguese team, this Vareta, he's hit the absolute cracker of a line down the 50-metre channel, but picked up there by Tom McQueen, wearing the black scrum cap for Hong Kong. Of course, Hong Kong would play on the Asian Sevens circuit. Recycling the possession. It was Chris Mays actually straightening there, so quick tap and go from Captain Hood. Hood, little chip kick. Has it stayed in? Oh, wonderful pick up. How about that? What a try by Ben Ramini to get back Hong Kong 5 points.
Oh, that's beautiful from Rimini. A twinkle toe down the sideline. Great awareness, firstly with the kick, and then look how beautifully it's weighted. Here, the hands. Oh, he picked it up like it was a little lollipop on the ground. There's a reaction from the Hong Kong coach. They haven't had too much to celebrate about this weekend, Scott, but that will go in the memory banks of many that are watching.
Well, my guy lollipop, Ben Rumini, Can he convert the additional 2 points to square the scores? No, is the answer to that one. And Rimini then from the Valley Club. Born in Hamilton, New Zealand, the 30-year-old, been in Hong Kong for 6 years and qualified on residency grounds in 2012. He played in the Rugby World Cup in 2013, across in Moscow. The left footer then. Hong Kong back in this tie, 2 points adrift of the Portuguese. Technicality. You don't often see that pinged by referees nowadays. Federico Anselmi from Argentina, that player in red. And Portugal straight away through Vereta. Pedro Leal, the little left, quick Guedes. Sprints clear, good footballing skills from Guedes. Well, we identified him at the head of the game. And suddenly Portugal extend their lead. Ding dong here in Tokyo.
He's a beautiful player. He's got class, and that's out of the Ronaldo draw, the footwork that he used. Because have a look at this, they got on with it so quickly, so Hong Kong hadn't retrieved the 10 metres. Pedro Leal with that deft little kick forward, and watch these skills here, right, and then bang, straight down. You all know how to play football, don't they, the Portuguese, and used it to maximum effect.
The conversion just squeezes across. And well, yeah, sometimes refer to the fact that sometimes the game of sevens is as much about what's played on the ground as the top 2 inches. And certainly Portugal started with an absolute bang with that initial try from Carl Murray, but so quick after the conversion attempt from Hong Kong to then get another one back, and it's the best way to respond to a score against you.
Yeah, of course. And now how do Hong Kong try and get back into this game?
Ball was taken by Max Woodward. Little show and go from Chris Mays down that touchline. McQueen, that is Alex McQueen. Alex McQueen winning that 10 jersey. In over the top is Lee Jones. Lee Jones switch play here onto Ben Rimini. Portugal, you go and you see the way they're holding up the Hong Kong player, but he's managed to turn the maul into ruck, but it's maybe just held above the ground. So that's why Federico Anselmi has indicated it's a Portuguese put in just over the 10-yard line.
And that's just an indication of Portugal's experience of being one of the core teams on the circuit. There, they knew that if they could get in and hold him up, that they would get possession, and that's what they've done. You see it all the time, don't we? The sides that come in for 1 or 2 tournaments and just not as sharp as some of the others when it comes to the laws.
Yeah, we've kind of said that with Hong Kong and the Asian circuit, suddenly they're just stepping up a little bit of an extra notch on the ladder. Alex McQueen. Well, the McQueen brothers have been a fixture in the Hong Kong team for a number of years. Of course, a number of these players all contracted and part of the Olympic training program that's in place. They hosted the tournament last week, and well, Tom McQueen, he sprints clear on that far side. This is a good tie of rugby, this one.
It really is. Punch and counter punch. It's like 2 heavyweights, isn't it? And you're talking about Hong Kong with a mountain high to climb. It'd be like running up Lang Kwai Fong 35 times, getting on the circuit for some of these guys.
You did that last weekend in Hong Kong, Willie.
Well, it's one of my favourite hills. Trained there many a times in my sessions in Hong Kong, and Tom McQueen closes the gap just before the halftime break.
The halftime hooter has sounded. The kick, though, it needed a little bit of extra. But a tight game here. Portugal leading it by 2 points, by 12 points to 10.
Halftime scores, Hong Kong 10.